Hello friends and welcome to the latest rendition of our Nova Roma playthrough. Last episode we saw a lot of inner strengthening. We tried to increase the Roman religion and the Roman culture, and as you can see from the maps here, we're doing pretty well. The Roman religion is very much present on the subcontinent, and as you can see from our holy site up to the north, it's starting to spread out from there as well. In terms of culture, again we have a strong foothold in the south, which is starting to sweep north. And sadly, apart from that, it's the only place where we have present Roman culture. We are looking to have our enclave in the northwest. We're looking to have the culture start spreading there, but it's a long and lengthy process. Our military conquest in the last episode saw us make additional conquests on the enclave to the northwest here. We also got rid of that horrible rash that was part of Rashtrakuta in our centre landmass. And to the northeast we made some small expansions looking to start going forward towards our potential ally in the Pala kingdom. But my friends, we resume. The new holding we have is actually down here. I think what we'll do is we will give the temple holding to a noble of our culture, not too fussed as to who, and we'll actually keep that for ourselves just now and then give it away at an appropriate time. We can also hold court, which is something we're going to do. We're going to usher in the plebeians. Gesture them in. The cadastri. My lord, my steward, Commons Julius speaks up. I propose a cadastral survey of all the counties you own. Improved knowledge and mapping of your land will certainly increase its prosperity. This would be a great opportunity to let your daughter Petronia gain some experience in math and geometry on the field. Allow us to tag along requires my courtier Rutulus. Or court tutor, that makes sense. No one knows your lands, right? Yeah, I think that's a good idea. 340 gold, I'm happy to invest that. Happy to do so. My ally, the once mighty Al-Kahana, arrived unannounced before my throne, now covered in filth and manure. That flatulent toad. My former heir Raja Prithval has ousted me from my realm and seized my titles. I have fled here in fear of my life. He kneels before me. Unless a man as dreadful as yourself gives me a roof to live under, I'll soon be rotting in a ditch. Please, if you have any heart, grant me sanctuary. So, you are our brother-in-law. This is a really awkward position we're in. We can either appoint him our cupbearer, which I don't think he's going to like, or we can have him become our footstool. Yeah, I think the footstool most sort of suits with Wrathful. I believe he broke his... We're obviously not allied to him right now. Yeah, he's going to become our footstool. Commons Claudius boldly steps forward and without providing any context proceeds in hushed tones. I would be willing to overlook my grievances if you were to revise my contractual obligations to the crown. Though rumoured to be a fulcrum of traitorous desires of greater autonomy in the Nova Roma, surely this is a charge Claudius would never publicly admit to. I think we'll diplomacy challenge, and I'm very surprised we're going to lose, but we'll try it. The Liberty faction. Honestly, if they have an issue, they can try and take me on, and with that, court comes to an end. So how bad is this Liberty faction they're speaking of? There's actually there's quite a few factions here, isn't there? Probably gonna have to stay on our toes a little bit. We'll let time sort of carry out at this point. We'll see what the first dilemma we're gonna have is. The Liberty faction is disbanded. Excellent. Do you know what I think we're gonna do? We've not done this yet, but I am going to raise all of our troops as raiders. And I think here we'll just go over the border. We'll cause some panic and destruction. The Rash, as I'm calling them, because it's just too difficult to say, the Rashtrakuta. They're going to be probably our long-term rival, and we're going to be grinding against them as much as I can. So I think we'll go across the border and cause some drama. My steward Commons Julius bows briefly before me and explains with a sat. Oh, they've completed it. So we have 35 development, and we get some prestige. 35 development is a lot. Let's actually have a look at the development map. How are we doing? Oh wow, we are a centre of excellence here. I think we might be slightly more developed than even the Byzantines, than Italy. We must be one of the most developed places in the world, honestly. Look at us go. Okay, you chaps are now ready, so let's go across the border and start wreaking havoc. Oh no. Dangerous faction. Peasant rabble. Honestly, if they want to try and throw hands, they can. I should be able to help along my attempt to befriend Commons Pillars by presenting him with a gift. It's coin well spent. I think we'll go for a cheap gift here. So for some reason it doesn't look like we can raid here. Oh, we have a treaty, don't we? I'm sure we have a treaty. Yeah, we've got a truce. I'm so stupid. I think what we'll do here then is we'll honestly just continue north and start raiding up here. I just want to literally carve a path and then come back with some loot. My one worry I do have is the fact that we have basically raised all of our troops and we're on the verge of possibly a civil war. After learning that cosplays would be attending the dance in the castle town, oh, there we go. We're now friends. On that note, what we're going to do is look at our wife, and I believe it's one of her siblings is ruling. So he was the one that was the ruler, I believe. So what we're going to do is befriend him. Oh, we can negotiate an alliance. Let's do that, and then we'll befriend him. So we'll negotiate that with the family that basically helped us keep our throne. I think it's the least we could do. And he's accepted the alliance. So we can now look after the Pala Kingdom, which I think is absolutely fair. And you can see here, we've upgraded the Bailey in our capital, and we've converted another place to a religion. So, one province left, and then the entirety of our initial enclave, the initial landing spot of the Nova Romans will be in our control. Back to the north, though, we're going to have to stay on our toes, basically, and keep our wit about us. We're going to raid as much as we can here, grab the gold, and come back. You know, Kylanius is wrathful. He's an angry man. He remembers things. He's fairly spiteful, I would say. So I feel like he'd have absolutely no problems here whatsoever raiding. It's not going to take any sort of issue with his conscience. So we're going to raid there, and then we'll go here. I think we might actually end up coming back with a decent amount of loot here. We can raid them as well. Yeah, that's a lovely raid path we've got here. Here we're going to hit, I think, is that their capital? No. We're going to hit there, we'll go that way, and we'll loop round and come back to our terrain, our own land that way. That's raided, we'll go down here now. Constantia comes of age. I'm proud to see my daughter no longer as a child, but as an adult. Such as Constantia can truly... Regina, as her wife's contributions towards her education cannot go unmentioned. Her lessons have given Constantina valuable knowledge for her future. So, our first... Wow. Good learning. Good stewardship, good diplomacy. Her intrigue's terrible. And her traits, she is patient, just, and diligent. That is a very good character. She's also a wise woman. Now, I think here, our oldest child, our daughter, I think what we might do here, a good Roman house and someone who's of the same age. So here we have Tacticus Macedonian. That's a very interesting name there. He is not a ruler, although we have Baron Lucius here. Now, Lucius is patient, just, and arrogant. So they're both just. They're of roughly the same age. They're Roman. I think we'll go with that. They're related. They are? He's a vassal in a realm of the Meridus family. I don't think they're related. I'm going to send that. That makes sense for that our first daughter. I mean, speaking honestly, the Romans were all about that intermarriage, weren't they? The raids here are continuing. We've absolutely burnt this section of their sort of holdings here. We're going to continue raiding around here, make our way back to our own kingdom and drop off the loot, hopefully. We're starting to take prisoners, which is what we want, an extra wee money-making exercise. So after there, we'll go there, and then we'll come back with the loot. I think we're going to have about 200 loot, hopefully, by the end of it. We're also, I guess in theory, we're helping the Maharashtra here. We're basically fighting a revolt for them. And here we've got one more to go, and then we're going to head home. And I think, yeah, they're going to have at least 150 gold, which is excellent. And I think we grabbed a few prisoners that we've ransomed, so we've definitely had a decent money-making exercise. Befriend. It would be a lot easier to make Prince Narayana Pala like me more if he just believed the honesty of my attempt. I can tell he doubts my sincerity, though he gives me vague answers and withdraws from the conversation. I will insist but not lie about who I am. So we're about to drop off 150 gold there, and we've got a diplomacy perk, but first, a harsh judgment. Following the death sentence of a lowly thief, I asked my son and heir Kylanius what he thought. He responded that the sentence was far too harsh for such a small crime. This punishment did not indeed fit the crime. Yeah, I think we would probably agree and raise him to be just. It seems to be the option that fits with our personality. So we'll have a just child. We have another diplomacy perk. We have, obviously, Patriarch now. So, Patriarch, hell of a trait. It's plus 20 fertility, which we don't actually really want. The stress loss is increased. Our close family like us, and everyone of our house likes us. So I dare say that will probably massively decrease the chances of anyone revolting against us. I hope. Time's always the telltale there, though, isn't it? 154 loot delivered. Thank you very much. After learning that... Oh, so we've befriended him at a dance. I tell you what, our character must be a fair dancer, because it seems to be the way that he wins over most of his friends' hearts. I think here, not to give up, Kylanius is going to do his best to get another new regalia, hopefully of a higher quality than the previous ones that we've commissioned. To the rattling Rex Kylanius. So these are the Martian Peasant Revolt. I am not... Yeah, we're going to have to fight the rebels, I'm afraid. Where are they and how many are there? Oh, they're everywhere. They are absolutely everywhere here. So I think we'll raise them here across the water. We'll raise what we can. We're basically being carpet sieged. And our raider army that is in the north is still looting. So I reckon once they're done here, we'll just send them down here, hopefully to join in the action. Here it's going to take 18 days to raise what troops we have. And then we'll quickly head here. I'm going to split in half. I'm going to send forward like an advance party to hopefully take them out. And then we'll... Oh, they're going to form up. Hopefully they don't form up. We could be in trouble there if they do. Right, we've got about 2,000 men here, ever increasing. They're going to come in, we're going to hopefully deal with them. Our raid loot's delivered, we have 300 gold currently. I think what we'll do here is increase the size of our onagers. Hopefully for wars to come. And then here, I guess did they disband? I'm not sure what happened there, but they're gone. Our raiders are making their way down here. I'm happy for them to take the sea route if it means they'll be here quicker. And I guess the control's going to have massively suffered. So I think what we'll do here is we'll attack the smallest one, hoping that they get dragged in, and I think we should be able to take them. Our commander here is 31 martial ability. That's insanely good. So we're going in here. This should hopefully get rid of this revolt. It'd be nice if we could get rid of them before they actually manage to capture anywhere and affect the control or stability. Obviously we need to end the capital. It'll suck if they take Novo Carthago, but things happen, right? Betrothed can marry. I am happy to allow them to do so. And we wish all the best to our oldest daughter. Constantia is now married. 23 learning. I think she's going to become a fair asset on that side of the kingdom there. We do need to get down to Nova Carthago before this ends. So we need to be very reactive here. How close is the siege? We should make this. It's going to be close, but we should make it. I've spoken too soon. They had a siege event. That's rough. I think here we'll get rid of the raiders. I just wasted money transporting them down via... Oh god, they've got 3,500 men. I should not have disbanded the raiders. I guess the advantage we have is we have a professional standing army and they are quite literally peasant rabble. Honorius Gordian has finished. I've got news for you, friend. You're going to be very busy here trying to regain control down this way, so... Yeah, he's got a shift ahead of him. This ends the revolt. We will enforce our demands. I think with him being in prison, we would probably immediately execute him. We're going to spend some... Yeah. That's what happens to people who revolt against me. We'll get a little bit of dread. Marital confidentiality. I am contemplating whether to share something with my wife the next time we are by ourselves, away from listening ears. The things I've learned about Baronessa Dominica would be of a great interest to her. I will share the secret. We'll trust our wife. After all, we are trusting. We can designate a guardian for Avitus. So Avitus is looking to be a strong learner. So let's put someone in with very high learning. Is it our wife that's the highest? Our wife is the highest. Wow. Okay. Excellent. Oh. The unknown Rex. Oh, and you will never believe what happened next. My guest Varanashimya won't stop talking about himself and all the things that have happened to him. In addition to his endless prattling, I'm at unease with the stranger speaking so informally to me. I try to excuse myself from the guest by telling him I have other matters and people to attend to, but he interrupts me asking what job I have. Okay. Yeah, I think we're going to introduce a test that they have to pass if they want to be here. I don't know who he thought he was there. Just some random courtier that's hanging in our court. I think here we'll call a hunt. We've had a bit of a stressful time. We'd probably like to get a gathering together and go out hunting with some of our loyal vassals and friends. The woods truly is the mantle of the poor, but as the stag flees in panic from foraging peasants, I feel my patience wearing thin. There must be a better thing to do in Hona Valley than picking roots and mushrooms. Yeah, I think we'll give them money. I mean, we're trying to convert this place to the Roman culture, so I feel like we want to try and keep a high standing of them. And we've got money aplenty just now, really. Time disappears in Gaia's shop, drinking wine as we excitedly discuss the regalia she is making for me. Am I imagining things, or is there an indescribable tension? My mind wanders. Absorbing the subtle quirks of her body, her laughing lips, I place my hand on hers. The mold drops from her trembling fingers as I gaze longingly into those beautiful eyes. In her, I find the same desperate passion. She falls into my warm embrace. Come here, sweet thing. I'm going to be honest, I don't think she is something that we would be looking towards. We are trusting, wrathful, and temperate. I think the temperate here is what's going to say no. Adultery is a sin, I'm afraid, Gaia. Get back to work. Turning from the wild, we return from the hunt reinvigorated. Inspiration realised, and it's terrible again. It is again absolutely terrible. I think we'll give that to our child. Something to remember us by. And her and her spouse can hopefully use it. Disappointing to say the least though. Very disappointing. I think with time passing, we're going to look to the northeast and maybe try and chip away another little bit of this this area here. So we'll attack for Svataka Mandala. And we'll raise our troops right here. We can also create a new men-at-arms. I think that's something we'll look to do after this war. So once they're ready, we'll set them on their way. So we're going to send someone to siege the actual war target, and we'll send the other army towards the capital. It's going to take 30 days to raise the troops, but it doesn't look like they have the numbers to actually challenge us. You can see that their chance to win is just slowly rising. Oh, war declared on us. Who is this? Greetings, Rex Kylanius of Nova Roma. A holy war for the Duchy of Anarata. So that is over. Oh, okay. They're declaring for the annex that we were trying to create. Now, who are you? You're of the Kakud Raj. So they're up here. Interesting. We have a defence on our hands. Well, first things first, we're going to call in our ally here in this holy war. Thank you very much. We're then going to need the holy order. They're still hired. Right, we well and truly have to try and end this war as quick as possible now. So we'll send you guys to hopefully take them out of the game, then we'll go there. You're sieging the war target. Yeah, this needs to end quickly. We need to reassign our troops. Our ally has joined us with his 800 men. And the enemy allies are all pouring into the war now. This could be a really interesting turn of events. I'm curious to see how this is going to play out. We really need the holy order just to top us up to, 8,000, 9,000 men. We've got 19% war score for that victory, and we're going to go siege their capital. Once these sieges are over, that should end it. Over here, they are still getting their troops together. We could call them into this this offensive war, but I don't think we will. The good thing we do have is a lot of our children are going to come of age, so we're going to hopefully be able to chain together a load of alliances soon. So we're sieging their capital and the war target. They can't challenge us. I can probably look away from here just now. So they have 3,500 men here. Now their total strength, how many have we got? It's pretty much an even fight. We just have to get our troops there before they hopefully do too much damage. That's our biggest drama we have just now. Rutulus is no... Oh, Rutulus is dead. That was our court tutor as well. You can see he's been a hell of a handy individual. He was a physician and an architect. That's a shame. We obviously now need to get ourselves a new tutor and physician. So, court physician. Our wife is average. Do we want to... I think we'll trust her. I think we'll trust her. And our court tutor. Our brother-in-law. I mean, he's the best we've got. The footstool. I guess he'll do just now. I feel kind of bad for him. Right, this war's over. We'll move here, resupply, and then I think we'll probably be sailing round. So how many men do they have? They have a couple of thousand. I don't want to sail them round and get them caught on their own, because if these armies get killed separate, then this war is going to be a lot more difficult and lengthy. There we go. This war's now going to tick up to the point that we've won, so I'm going to dispatch these armies round here. We'll ransom both of those prisoners. We'll leave this war hopefully to tick up. I'm hoping they don't counter siege anything here. This is the one we can't have them taken. They are going to the capital, so they are going to try and counter siege it. We can call upon the Holy Order. We're going to immediately do that, and I'm going to dispatch them to deal with them. We need a commander. We will put in Communus Titus. Petronia comes of age. So our wife has also educated our daughter here. Now she is strong learning, strong stewardship. I think here, current situation, we need to look for an ally here. I don't think we really have an option in this regard. So looking around, the Cat Yuri, is that not who we're at war with? No, we're at war with the Kakukid, I think it is. So the Caturi are way up to the north. They seem to be sort of dominating here. Yeah, I think we'll go in here. He's 8. He is a bleeder, sadly, but it makes sense. We want our child having someone that's hopefully going to be roughly the same age as him, so this makes sense to me, and I think we'll wish her the best. We can keep educating her for just now. We'll let time pass. Our Holy Order is going to go take them out of the game, and they've accepted this. Now, with them accepting, and guess what? They just happen to be up on that edge of the map. We're going to call them in, right next to them. Diplomacy being used to its highest degree. The lure of language. Ruling the multi... Oh, this is again. Roman is clearly superior here. I'm afraid Roman is clearly superior. We're all on our boats. We're heading for the war target now. And I'm also thinking and hoping this should end the war. Thank you very much. We will enforce our demands. It's now ours. And the Holy Order, you're going to also sail around here. They have more men than we initially thought. They're also moving towards where we're landing, which we obviously do not want. So I think what we're going to do is maybe we'll land here at Kylanium. And the Holy Order can also land at Kylanium. I think that makes the most sense. And then hopefully from there we can gather a bit of supply and a bit of standing and go forward. Our conquered province here, though, how many holdings do you have? You have 1. I'm happy to give it to you and sort of strengthen the frontier here. The Little Gourmand. Kylanius seems to have been having a difficult time at our latest feast. He buried his face in his food, and the only talking he did was asking for serving after serving. Food is always a joy. Now, we don't want our heir being gluttonous, do we? I'd rather go for impatient. He's asking for more and more food. I think we'll go with impatient here. It's given us a little bit of stress, but, I mean, you're temperate. You don't want a gluttonous son. It doesn't make sense in terms of the roleplay. Another diplomacy perk. Now, we are a patriarch. I think we'll go for thoughtful here. I think it makes the sort of most sense. I think it just makes the most sense. I think we're also going to switch from majesty to foreign affairs going forward. Diplomacy's worked well for us so far, and I'd like to keep using that in our strengthening of the realm. So most of our forces here have landed. We have combined them, and we're going to start moving towards them. Now, we do outnumber them just now. The Holy Order is about to arrive. I think what we'll do is we'll land them closer, and then we're going to go in here and start trying to take them out of the game. So let's start hitting them. The Holy Order is going to arrive and we'll take care of their smaller army, hopefully. Although this is a massive battle here. This is a huge battle. We currently have the edge, but this is very, very even. Our champion, Commies Titus, has killed one of the enemy. The second battle is going well. We've dispatched of their reinforcements. Our main army and our Holy Order is now coming in, and the day is won. This is a huge battle here. I think what we're going to do is merge the armies, split them in half evenly. We'll send one half of the army to siege this back, and then the other half of the army. The other half of the army can... I'm getting confused now as to which one I've moved. Right, so the Holy Warrior's going that way. And the second one we probably want to actually send to maybe counterattack, just across the border there. That works for me. My skilled vassal. My vassal Commies Tacticus has proven himself highly capable, especially in matters of diplomatic nature. There are some projects I would like to undertake in the county of Guti, my liege, with your blessing, of course. No, you will defer to my diplomatic expertise instead. Yeah, I think we'll go for that. We are the diplomat here is basically what we're saying. We can also sponsor an inspiration. She wants to forge a crown. I'm happy to sponsor a new crown. Now, the crown we have is very, to put it bluntly, bog standard. So if we can get something special, we'll obviously implement that. My Rex, I could not help but notice you might benefit from some monetary aid. Commies Aurelius is coming to us with aid. I mean, we'll take the money. I guess we're going to make him feel better for that, so we'll take that and then we'll probably repay him eventually. So here we've pushed our armies back, they're scattered, they're going back to their own realm. We're going to siege this back quickly and then we've sent one army to counterattack here. My lord, the work on your precious artifact is proceeding well. My beneficiary Modia seems in a very good mood today. I'm not making any promises, but if I manage to produce a true masterpiece, what idea would you like to guide my hand? I think to impress vassals. I think that's what our character would want, being a diplomat and all. It'd be that, or it would have been to impress other rulers. Right, they're sailing. I wonder where they're going. Are they going to come round and try and attack us from the back? I notice we can raise a few men here, so I'm going to do so close by. And then once they're ready, in 3 months, we can bring them in to join the main army. They're trying to go around the back and attack us. How many men do we have to leave here to siege? Not many. Let's go and chase them down. They're actually going for the capital of this province. No, they're not. They're going to try and siege here. We've sent an army to dispatch them whilst we're leaving men behind with the siege. I think it's fair to say they've made a mistake here. They should have probably regathered their men a bit more. Okay, it's actually a pretty even fight. We do have the edge. Our champion Alexander Randolfica wounded Ikoji. That's what we like to hear. The family are getting involved. Are they bringing in the reinforcements? They're trying to. We're going to cut them off. Prisoners taken in the siege that we can immediately ransom. Prisoners mean money. We have won the siege up here. What we're now going to do is siege their other holding. And once we've got that, we'll probably look to continue going north. I will dispatch some reinforcements up here just to reinforce. For Mons Barrett, Comatisa Agrippa, that's the same. This is the same dynasty as that previous woman episodes ago that came to us in court and tried to challenge us. Interesting decision from her part. I don't think that's going to end well for her. We've got another army up here that we're going to try and make sure do not come back this way. I think what we'll do is we'll dispatch them north and we'll try and deal with the next siege that we're going to encounter. We'll continue ransoming. All we're doing is bankrupting their war chest. And we'll do another ransom. Request for funds. You know what? I'll give her the money because we are just ransoming and ransoming just now. So it's technically not our money. The level of splendour has increased. The Randolfica dynasty is known wide and far. Everyone knows who we are. Here we can gather some troops. If I leave besiegers, should I chase them down? We're not going to catch them, so I think we'll just stay here. They are going to, by the looks of it, try to go round us. They're actually gathering up about 4,000 men. We might actually have to move back and counter them. This war's maybe still got legs in it yet. Greetings, my charming liege. So Comatisa Vigilantia is coming in to bend the knee. So there's some money in the pocket, and we will accept her gift. So here, what we probably want to do is come round. Oh no, they're coming this way. I think we actually want to attack them in our own terrain, and if they want to run away from us on boats, further affecting their budget, that's completely fine with me. So you have Aurelius has a hook on us, and he's reducing his contract. Interesting. Okay, I guess we have to accept that. Here we'll move down. I'm just going to shadow them with the 4,500 there. And they're also going to constantly increase in number. I'm just going to make sure that they are not able to land uncontested here. They're sailing round. Where are they going to come in? Are they returning home? Inspiration realised. There we go. A magnificent crown. Much better. That short range duration is massive for inheritance. My beneficiary Modea. She's our courtier. She's obviously done a pretty good job here. Would you convert? You will. Let's convert you to the Roman ways and keep you around. Wrapped in cloth. A beautiful crown of master craftsmanship. Thank you very much. We will immediately put that on. And of course it goes without saying, we will be renaming it. This is Kylanius II's crown. And we've got Rex Kylanius' crown here. That's what we're previously wearing. So I've actually got a load of crowns now that are just sort of sitting spare. We do have some items here that we can equip, and they're not going to do any harm, so we might as well equip them as trinkets on our person. Right, these guys do not know what they're doing. They're just sailing around wildly here. And our smith has converted to the Roman way. Are they going to land? Yes, they are. Let's go immediately engage them. We should have the edge here. Now, we can hold court and repay the loan, but I think we'll do both of those when this war comes to its conclusion. I think the conclusion is going to be wiping this army out and hopefully sieging this. I might even siege their capital. Big battle here, actually. Very close fight again. Oh no. Oh no. We just had an initial blow and we've managed to bounce back. That honestly looked a little bit nervy there for a second. That's a big win. And according to the game now, the war is over. We will continue to shadow them and move up to the border. As soon as this siege is gone, I think that's the end of this war. Thank you very much. Enforced demands. 200 prestige, 212 gold. Factions targeting him are going to be discontent. Excellent, look at us go. That was a good move for us, I think. And I feel like we've only moved, you know, 6-7 years in game, but a lot's happened. There's been a lot happened so far. I think we'll repay the loan now. We appreciate Commies Aurelius giving us that. Not that we needed it, but you know, if it makes them feel better. I think we'll also hold a mystical commune here. It's kind of what we're known for. Whilst we're here, we're also going to hold court. We'll usher in the plebeians once again. Last requested. In a brief moment of silence, I see Comatissa Pulchera quietly considering before realising that it's her turn to speak. My liege, she says, giving her some precious time to finalise her thoughts. Smiles and laughter are a great indicator of a lively court, so okay. So Comatissa wants a jester, Barrow Calatus says that we do not want a jester here. She wants us to hire, I don't know anything about him. We're very trusting though, aren't we? We're a very trusting individual, I think we'll hire him. There he is, in his new garb. A cumbersome gift. The whole throne room falls silent as my vassal Commes Quintus enters triumphantly, followed by 2 struggling servants who are dragging a chained tiger. Oh no. Smiling proudly, Quintus exclaims, My lord, I present you a gift worthy of the mightiest ruler in the world. Where is this going to go? The magnificent beast was hunted in the jungle of Canara, and I offer it to you as a symbol of my devotion and your unparalleled power. A new carpet. My god. A mighty beast for a mighty ruler when get a pet monster. Gives dread and court grandeur. I think we'll go for the court grandeur, the pet monster. Our court grandeur's now level 10. Damn, that's the highest we've been so far. Open carry. 2 of my vassals are pushing one another, jostling to reach my throne first. My lord, murder is a one. Oh, okay, so they're countering each other in terms of being allowed to wear swords. So keep our swords. We can either ban weapons, keep our swords, or we could solve this with a debate. Let's have them fight it out. Carry of weapons is upheld at all times, so Barrow Lucius won there. Not surprising when he's a skilled tactician and a blade master. And court has drawn to a close. Pretty successful, I would say. Now, I have just realised. It's pleasing that you recognise my effort. Or we could raise another wise man. Let's try and encourage him to be a wise man here. I've also just realised here, we have a lot of prestige currently. Like 4,600. Now, I think we could probably reform the Roman faith. I have to leave this here, right? We'll leave this as the question at the end of the episode. What do you think out of all of these most speaks to what we've achieved so far? Now, culture blending, I think Kylanius I might have been more soft to that. I think Kylanius II is Roman. Equal inheritance, I definitely don't think we want that. We don't want the realm fracturing at every chance. We can put isolationist, which will increase control of Roman counties. Our culture will like us. We're not isolationist though, are we? We're very open. Maritime mercantilism could be very good. So the pastoral land line of buildings have additional bonuses. And we'll get an extra 1 prowess and disease resistance. I'm honestly thinking that we'll be more warfare. Like we've done a lot. Battlefield looters. We've got access to. We need a little bit more prestige for some of them. Quarrelsome. You know what? I'm not going to sit and read through all these. If anyone has any they think stand out that we should really be looking at, I'll quickly scroll through each category here and you can have a look. And if you have a suggestion, leave it in a comment. So here is the realm. Here is warfare. Here is social. Here is ritual. And here is regional, which we don't have access to. Lord of the Elephant. That's tempting. But that's the options here. I think this is also an excellent place for us to finish up for this episode. Again, we've not made masses of expansion. We've taken 1 province up here. We've defended a holy war for a duchy, which is massive for a religion. And we've managed to survive a speed bump, which was a peasant revolt. So reforming the Roman faith, we're getting closer and closer. We're only 1,006. 1,006 piety short. The other excellent thing to see is all of our family will convert and only one of our vassals will not. So that's huge if we do come to a point where we're going to convert. We finish here though, my friends, and until the next one, Kylanius II out.